qualifications. I'm going to need to get my bachelor's, obviously. I need to get job experience, work my way up. I kind of got to the slide before it was up. And I told Jack to move around because I'll be free too. Go ahead. Right there. Yeah. Just gonna say something else. Oh yeah. The community, we were asked one way that we would give back to the community, and I'm thinking that, like, my high school, I haven't done the best in high school. I test very well, but I have problems getting my work done, basically, because a lot of it is the classes bore me because they're too easy. So I was thinking that I'm going to offer a scholarship to kids who kind of like haven't done the best in high school, but are still planning on going to college and are changing it around and trying to make it. So I'm thinking a scholarship. What?
Quite a challenge.
Yeah. As professionals, do you guys have any questions for me? Any response to what I told you?
What a minor it was, or major it was.
What major?
Yeah, do you have one, or like, are you like?
I went in as undecided right now, but I'm thinking like biochemistry.
Okay. I go to Western right now, that's just 500.
Oh yeah. Wait, how many years have you been going to Western?
I've been there 4 years now.
4
It's
years?
computer science, which is close to computer engineering.
Yeah. How much longer do you have?
I have 2 more years.
Do either of you have questions? Anything to say?
Yeah, I mean, I have some questions. Just trying to sort through them here. You know, first of all, it's money. Money can buy happiness. I mean, to an extent.
I knew that get a response.
The hard thing is if that's not really like your passion. I mean, is petroleum engineering, is that your passion? Do you?
Not necessarily. It isn't necessarily my passion, but it's something completely new for me. But it involves what my strong suits are, which are math and science. It's a lot of that. Mainly, my passion for knowledge is going to be the fact that right now I don't know very much about petroleum engineering. Like, I know what they do, but their classes are going to be all new to me. I'm going to be learning every day, so it's going to be like an all new experience.
Okay. With that, I mean, have you gone up there? You know, Western has a good engineering program, and there's a lot of different paths that you can go through in their engineering program. Have you been up there and toured and sat down with faculty, admissions?
I have not yet because I wasn't quite sure on what school I was going to. I applied to Central, Western, and Michigan State. I didn't hear back from State. My GPA isn't the best, so I assume I'm not accepted there. Central accepted me, and so did Western. So I just recently decided that I'm going to Western, and I'm planning on, as soon as I can, scheduling things and knowing more about it.
Okay. And that would be step one, just getting up there and just sitting down and talking to somebody and trying to network with some faculty and find out the paths that students are taking. You know, because for that first job, I mean, they're helping place those interns. They're helping. They're writing those letters of recommendations of the companies that they're going to. It's really, I mean, step one is getting to know the faculty, hearing where people are going. Yeah. And at this point, you're a little late in that. I mean, a lot of time that's done in that junior, you know, between your junior senior year. In the summer, when you start applying, is where you find out where some of these schools are placing their students. I mean, it's a huge undertaking as far as, you know, deciding what you want to do at 18. So the more information you can get, the better off you'll be going into school, and that may steer you down the path as far as the exact major, minor that you're getting.
Yeah,
where you're going.
I haven't looked too much into that. Like I said, when I first was thinking computer engineering, that was actually at the beginning of this assignment. I've just recently decided what I'm doing. That's one reason I went in undecided. I know that I'm looking engineering because it's what's going to interest me most, but I wasn't quite sure what branch of engineering I was going to do.
Chris, what did you say that your passion was?
My passion is knowledge. I'm basically always trying to learn more. Like, new information to me is necessary all the time because I kind of get bored with not knowing anything new. Like, if I'm taking a class that I already know everything in, then it's no excitement.
So it's not necessarily engineering.
No, not necessarily engineering. That's just the career that I found that suits me most so far. I'm running out of time, but I guess that could change too.
Well, you know, the reason I asked this is because one time my wife and I were talking, and she said, "What's your passion in life?" I said, "No, I don't know passion."
That's how I was.
See, and well, you know, and she brought something out, and that's one reason I'm making this point to you is that she said, "Yes, you do." I said, "Yeah, you're going to tell me it's you, right?" And I said, "No." She said, "No." She said, "What are the three things that you do the most that you really enjoy doing?" It happens to be in the art field. And I told her, and she said, "That's your passion, art, your passion." And I never thought about that. And so what I'm saying is, she brought out something that I wasn't really aware of.
Yeah.
So perhaps maybe your family, your mom and dad, sometimes just out of fun, just say, "What would you say, you know, Mom, what would you," because mothers know this more than fathers probably, you know, they know their kids better. But to say, "Mom, what do you think my passion in life is?"
Yeah.
Just for fun, see what she says to you. It might shock you, it'd be
Yeah,
something you don't even
definitely
know.
helped it, because
So,
Yeah.
just food for thought.
yeah, that was a huge part of this. Like, a lot of the kids in the class were decided on what their passion was. Their passions were like helping others, stuff like that, and they were decided right away. It took me a second to think about it, like what my passion really is, because I wasn't sure, like you said you were. I was also gonna ask you, like, what you guys do in your jobs, and if you have any, like, more suggestions of maybe I shouldn't be going towards engineering and maybe something else would work better for me that you guys know?
I'll do that to you guys, because you're workers, I'm retired.
Do you like school?
Yes and no. It's been, like I was saying, a lot of it has been boring. I'm not too big of a fan of English, so writing papers, I don't enjoy, I'm not going to lie, so.
Because all that, I mean, even though you strive for some knowledge
Yeah,
and you always want to learn something new,
yeah,
you still have to do all the basic English, social sciences, humanities, and with your degree. And I mean, in all reality, with knowing that, like, you know, you have this welding background, you know, and not everybody here, you know, knows that you're sitting there, you're getting the college credit, you have the chance to sit down and do the certifications and go out and travel and work. I mean, essentially, if you wanted to get into the petroleum industry, you could go there as a welder and see if you even liked it.
yes.
And you can do that within the next year without a problem. And you can travel all across the country, you know, if you wanted to go out to North Dakota, South Dakota, where, you know, the stands and be a welder, you could make $100,000 a year welding. And basically, you know, skip the school and you're traveling and learning, you know, gathering the knowledge that way. I mean, we're not saying that you're gonna skip school. I mean, you would wanna complete and get some, you know, all your welding certifications and your AWS certifications and, you know, so you're more marketable for everybody. If knowledge is a passion, there's other ways to get knowledge if school isn't your passion.
Yeah, I'd definitely say that school's not my passion. It's a lot of sitting in the classroom, a a lot of it isn't even that productive. It'll be learn something for 10 minutes maybe, and then the rest of the class you're talking with your friends most of the time.
Yeah, it's funny because I'd throw in on the deal about, when I went to the University of Iowa, and at the time I was enrolled in college of business. Well, to me, business is, it's just like they'll say, well, if you don't know what you want to do in life, be a psychologist, take psychology courses. You'll never be one, then you'll never be one. But the point is, I decided after 2 years, hey, I do a lot of things like that. And I'm not necessarily talking about pain and stuff like that. But I thought I'm going to get a BFA. So, went to my advisor and talked to her, and she said that we looked over what I'd taken so far, a lot of business courses, and that wasn't sure. But anyway, she said, you need to take one language. Well, I have a 40-hour, I'm in middle management, I got a 40-hour plus a week job anyway.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm carrying 12 hours, minimum full-time. So I'm going evenings and Saturdays and days, take off and work for a couple hours and go for days. But anyway, they weren't offering a foreign language. Iowa at that time did not have a foreign language course available in the evenings or on weekends. They had, of course, during the week. I felt I couldn't take my time off. Right? So I got to thinking, well, I really need this. I mean, what's it good for? Really, what's a BFA degree good for? Teaching. You want to do teaching, that's all I do. I thought, man, I'm going to teach, I don't want to do teaching. There's nothing wrong with it. But anyway, I guess what I'm saying here to you, Chris, is sometimes you might think that this is your passion or something. Knowledge you'll always have, but that'll always be passion. I'm 74 years old and I'm still trying to learn. I want to live like you are one of them.
Yeah.
But, so you always have it. But if you narrow that field down into something that you do, that you like to do, perhaps, and hone in on that, keeping all your other goals in line with that, if I suppose. Fine with that really is.
Yeah, I'll definitely put my thought into that.
I'm gonna add off what Jason said about when you go, like, get to Western, try to see what they have. Definitely go to Parkview Engineering Campus and see all the fields that they have. There's so many engineering classes that they have that you probably wouldn't even realize, or what they're doing. I mean, the place is amazing. If you go there, just walking through, you'll see stuff kind of like, what are they even doing in there? And make sure, like, if you do get in them, the engineering classes are there. A lot of people are taking about 5 years to do them, and you got to be in them. Like, your mind's got to be on what you're working on to get through it in 4 and easily 5. Otherwise, you're going to kind of get humbled to the side, and it's easy to do.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I still have a lot of deciding to do. I'm really low on time, but yeah, I just basically decided on building. So, well, I'm still not 100%. I'll go up there and look, and we'll see what I'm doing once I get there.
Yeah, you'll want to get that done sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
You know, you have, what, 9 days
Yeah,
left or
about
so?
8, yeah.
Make sure you get up there and talk to them as soon as you can. They'll help make that decision. You know, because anymore, I mean, at college, it's expensive.
Yeah.
You know, if you're looking at student loans and going to school, and to get that education, and it's a lot of time and money, and you want to make sure you're making the right choice for what you're going into.
Is that all you guys have to say? Thank you guys.
But I think we could say, how would you make up for being late in the interview? And
I'm sorry.
you know, that,
I apologize again for that.
Hey, here's your,
Don't do that.
you need these back, and your,
No, I don't need that.
Are you taping for Melissa? Okay, I'm gonna have you take back here because you're gonna have to run her haiku deck too.
Okay.
So just